Hello and welcome to Our Time. Audiences the world over have marvelled at this maestro's mysteries and have been charmed by his impish enthusiasm as he conjures to classical serenades and frenzied deceptions to an upbeat tango or comical capers with audience volunteers, which are all meticulously choreographed with spirit and flair. Theatrical happenings packed with boggling surprises when sleight of hand is brought up close and miracles blossom before your eyes and even in your own hands. Amazing. Meet Elio Simonetti.
Malcolm.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
It's nice to be here.
Now,
in Adelaide.
after all of that, what are you?
Well, I'm a mystifier. That's the best way to describe me. Yes.
It's interesting. People that do magic, probably one of the oldest professions, I would
Well, apparently
suggest.
the second oldest profession.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. The game of mystifying people is probably older than anything, really.
Almost, I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask, what a magician's job is, They think it's to trick people or to fool people, but it's not. A magician's role is to remind people. It's to remind them that the world is extraordinary.
I agree.
And we know so little, although we really think we know a lot.
Yeah.
We know much less than we think. And it's just to bring them in touch with that all over again, that wonderment.
But where does the magic happen?
Well, it's different for everybody. But it only happens in the audience's minds. See, this is what's so fascinating, Malcolm. Of all the performing arts, magic is the only one that requires an audience to exist. You can play an instrument and those notes will still sound. You can sing, you can dance. Even if no one's watching, you're still doing the moves, you're still occupying that space. But the magic doesn't happen unless somebody's watching.
Yes.
So it is really the audience that's
Never
the most
really thought about it.
crucial
Yeah, in
ingredient.
those
Yes.
terms. That's absolutely correct, isn't it?
It is.
So how did you start? Or why did you start?
I started when I was this tall.
You still are. What do you
I
mean?
still am. When I was very young, I was still in primary school.
Last year?
2
Yes.
years ago, Malcolm.
Okay.
I used to love illustrating. And I went to my local library. I grew up in the city in Melbourne. I went to my local library and I was borrowing a book about drawing. And as I pulled the book out, another book sort of stuck to it and fell to the floor. And I looked down and the book was a book about the magic of Houdini. But that wasn't it. That was only the preemptive strike. So I put that book back. I went home. Then that night I was drawing things from the book I'd borrowed, and my mother called me and said, "There's a movie on television I think you might like." I went to the movie. It was a movie about Houdini. That got me.
Did they know?
Oh, did they? The stars
magic.
aligned. So I
Yes.
went back on the following Monday, borrowed that book, and that was it. I was hooked and it changed
But that
my
would have
life.
just been the story of his life, wouldn't it?
No, the book was,
Oh.
the first section was the story of his life, and the second section was how he performed some of his miracles.
Right. Okay.
Fascinating.
It's a bit sad that some people have a great desire to expose the miracles.
I think so. It bursts the bubble a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it misses the point a lot.
Well, it's, as you said, it's the delight that you get being mystified.
Yes. It's the delight you get from the wonderment.
Or as Raymond Crowe always says, how did he do it? Most to the point, why did he do it?
Actually, Raymond's a very good friend
I
of
know,
both of
for
ours,
both
you know.
of us, yeah.
And this is one thing that's interesting about you, Malcolm. Whenever I speak to you, I realise there's someone else in common that we both know.
I think that says we're old.
I think so.
We've been around
We've
for
been
too long.
around too long, I think.
But from that, seeing that book initially and starting to learn the mysteries, if you like, where did you start performing or how old were you?
My first public show I ever did was
Was to your mum?
No, at the library where I borrowed the
Oh,
book.
really?
Well, I used to borrow books there all the time.
Right.
And one day, one of the librarians, a lovely lady named Vera, said to me, "So you obviously like magic, because you're the only one who ever borrows these books." And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Would you like to do a show?"
Oh, really?
Yes.
She didn't tell you where all the other magic books were?
No.
What a
Well,
shame.
and my payment for the show was I got to go into the stack, which is where they have all the books they don't lend out anymore,
Okay.
and keep one of the magic books that was no longer in circulation. In the
Oh,
stack.
really? Oh,
Really?
how wonderful.
How wonderful.
Because
and
it was
a
probably quite
marvellous
old.
book.
Was
Yes,
it
it
old?
was.
Yeah.
A marvellous book written by a man named Norman Hunter,
Okay.
who also invented Professor Brainstorm, who was a...
Did you, once you'd started doing that, did you follow other magicians around, or did you just work on this all by yourself?
I worked on this by myself for a very long time. Then, when I was still very, very young, about 13, 14, I did a show at the Melbourne Fringe Festival.
Okay. Very young to start.
Very young to start. And at that Fringe Festival, I saw another magician. And we sort of got along quite well. And then he asked me if I wanted to be his roadie. So I went to become...
Great way to learn.
A great way to learn.
Yep.
And I don't know if I learned so much about magic from him, but I learned a lot about the other things surrounding the magic.
Performance.
The performance,
Yep.
yes. And that's what his strength was.
Yep.
And then I started working at a magic shop in Melbourne.
Okay, what were your strengths then?
A couple of things. I had a natural ability to devise magic. And
Okay.
understand magic.
That's special, I think. That's a special gift to have.
It came to me very, very, very easily.
Yeah.
So very early on, people would come to me for help. And I think, so I had that side of it already sorted out.
Right.
So then it was just learning how to translate that into a performance.
Is it fair to say that there's only a small number of actual illusions, but it's how you develop that into...
Yes, there are only really 7 different things you can do. Mm-hmm. If you have to distill it down to its base element, there are 7 different things you can do. It's just how you combine them. It's a
Yes.
little bit like music.
Yep.
There aren't many notes.
There's only so many notes, yeah.
But then the way they're combined,
Yep.
they produce something completely new.
Yep. What's your favourite?
My favourite trick?
Yep.
It's the one I'm working on at the particular time.
Okay.
So that whatever I'm
But
working
you
on...
also work with animals too.
I do, and children.
How do you get them in the box?
That's the hardest part, Malcolm. Keeping them in the box is the hardest part.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do work with animals. I always have, pretty much.
And what are they?
At the moment, I'm working with doves, which I've worked with for a long, long
Who
time.
live with you all the time.
All the time.
And why is that?
Why do they live with me all the time?
Yes, because they'd fly away otherwise?
Well, they're my pets.
Yes.
You wouldn't send your pet off.
But you need to train them, obviously.
I do, yes.
And is that a long process?
For some of the particular birds, it is. For others, it's not. Others, it's quite fast.
And how long do pigeons live? Because that's...
Doves, we use doves.
Doves, I mean. Sorry, pigeons are a bit fat.
They're like the bigger version
Yes,
of doves.
they are.
Interestingly enough, in Australia, the doves are much larger than the doves in America.
Okay.
They can live for at least 25 years.
I didn't know that. So you've really got chance to work with them so that they understand what they're doing.
Yes, and I get to know their personalities.
That I find quite amazing, that birds have personalities.
They do.
So please explain.
They have completely individual characteristics.
It's the characteristics as personalities, like what?
Well, some of them, for instance, they will flap their wings a particular way, others won't. Some will flap their wings longer and some will flap them shorter. Some, after a certain amount of time, like to go for a fly. Others never like to go for a fly. Some of them look at things a particular way, others don't. It's
Like
very
you do see
fascinating.
them, turning their head looking sometimes.
In fact, my daughter, I have a daughter who's just turned 12.
Yep.
And she knows which dove is which.
Okay.
Just from how they behave. So she'll say, get so-and-so, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so.
Okay. And do they get on well together?
My daughter and the doves?
No, the doves themselves.
No, they don't. They often argue and fight and bicker.
That's funny, isn't it?
It's hilarious.
But some sort of pair off. Is it male, female that pair off, or is it?
Sometimes
it can be anything.
It can be anything, any combination. Just the ones who happen to get along, the ones who don't happen to get along.
Which is
the whole. In fact, a part of the show, of how they're used in the show, has resulted in that, because if I put them in somewhere together, certain pairs of them will just fight while they're on stage.
Yes.
So I can't have that.
How dare they?
How dare they ruin the show?
You should have taught them better, I'd say.
I'm a lenient owner, that's it.
Elio, we'll come back in a minute and we'll talk more with you because there's so much to talk about. Because your reputation far exceeds you.
Does it? I'm not sure if that's good or bad, Malcolm.
No, it's a good thing, because if people look online under your name, they will be amazed and amused. I can promise that.
Amused at least.
Absolutely. So we'll be back in just a tick, and we'll be talking more to Elio about the incredible magic that he creates. Elio Simonetti is my special guest and the most animated guest I think I've ever had.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You come alive.
Do I?
You do.
I'm always like this, Malcolm. You know that.
So I've heard. So, Elio.
Yes.
We're just talking about how you started in magic and how you've developed a lot of the illusions yourself. What's your favourite thing to do? I know we said that before, it's the one you're working on.
Yes.
But do you like close-up magic? Do you like big stage illusions? Is there a favourite?
The category I work most in, it's called parlour magic.
Close-up?
No, it's not. So the close-up is...
just with a small audience?
No, not even. It's magic with stuff the size of a cereal box.
Oh, okay.
So not grand illusions with vanishing elephants and floating ladies, and not tricks with cards and coins right under your nose.
Yep.
It's somewhere in between.
Yep.
And
I didn't know that was called parlour magic.
Yes.
I always thought it was like in a parlour.
No, it's called parlour magic because that's the size you're limited to.
Yeah, I get it.
And the lovely thing about parlour magic is it can be done to an intimate audience, and we've done it to audiences of, say, 20 people, but it also translates well to an audience of 1,000 people because the stuff is visual enough. And a lot of the parlour magic I do, it's not patter-based. It tends to be more done to music. So it's very, very visual, which allows it to be done anywhere, any country in the world.
Yes. You do a talking act, though, don't you?
No, I wouldn't say I do a talking act.
Well, that'd be a shame because you do it so well.
I do talk, but I don't like long descriptive patter.
No. You want to mystify.
Yes, and I also don't like tricks that require a lot of explanation and a lot of people remembering things.
Oh, big stories.
Big stories, big long.
Card tricks tend to be a bit like that, don't they?
They do, yes. You know.
You think, what? Can't even remember what that was about.
Yes,
I watch Penn and Teller, which I'm sure people would know about. And sometimes the guests on their program, you think, oh, hang on, they said all that. Oh, I can't remember all that. And then suddenly it's exposed and you think, oh, I've forgotten the beginning now.
Well, am I supposed to be amazed? I think I am.
Yes, I think I am, yeah. That was a card. But your favourite tricks, as in those sorts of illusions, is it stuff that you have to manipulate? Is it the animals you're working with? What gives you the most joy?
It's that in-between area where it's a mixture of performing with props and also doing manipulation, doing sleight of hand, but the audience never really being aware that sleight of hand is responsible for what's happening.
Sure. But you've had some really weird experiences with people believing that you can do amazing things beyond the reality of life.
I have. The one that comes to mind the most, I was telling my daughter about this the other night. My wife and I, who is in the show with me, Eva, we were performing in Asia. And the style of show we do, it's very lighthearted. It's a lot of fun. It's not mystical at all. There's no hint of mysticism. And so we did the show, and after the show, the stage manager came to me and said, there's a woman backstage who's insisting on meeting you, and we're trying to send her away, but she won't leave. Please come out and say hello. So we went out to say hello, and she said, oh no, I want to meet you because I'd like you to use your powers to heal my son. And I don't know what ailment the son had. And I said to her, I don't do real magic. And she said, I watched you. I've seen you twice now. She'd been to the show twice.
Right.
I've seen you twice now. I know you're not using tricks. I know they're real miracles, and I'd like you to heal my son. So then when I insisted, she got angry and said that she accused me of wasting my gifts on entertainment and not doing something useful with them. Mm-hmm. So that was, and another time too, we were doing shows in a shopping centre. And after the show, a couple came up to me and said, oh, we'd like you to find our lost son. And I said, well, go to the information desk and we'll put an announcement on the PA. I was being very helpful.
Yes.
We'll put an announcement over the PA.
But that's a logical response.
And they said, no, he's lost overseas. What do you say to that? Other than, I can't do that. And they walked away disappointed, which made me unhappy.
Try WhatsApp, I would have said. Yes, what do you do in those? Yeah, what do you do in those circumstances?
That's right,
Being a full-time performer, has that been an easy road?
At times, yes. At times, no.
Is there a good season in the year?
That's a good question. Not really. No, in terms of, is it seasonal?
Yeah, like is Christmas the biggest time because people have got Christmas shows on, or is it birthdays? Because you do a whole mixture of.
Yeah, I don't do any private events.
Oh, okay.
No, in fact, I've done 2 birthday parties in my entire life.
And that was enough.
No, I did them for friends.
Yes.
That was the only reason I did do them.
Are they still friends? Because that's the interesting thing. People think because you look so happy doing this sort of thing, they think you just love it so much you want to do it for everybody. But there is a limit.
Well, the reason I don't do children's parties, I'm not set up for it. There are people who are. That's all they do. So I say,
sure.
You need to get
them.
But
that's very simple stuff, really, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never done them,
Malcolm.
Okay. So,
well, I do know most of that stuff is simple stuff just to keep the kids happy.
To keep them.
Your stuff is on another level, I think.
I would assume so.
Yep.
I mean, the setup of our show is 3 hours.
Yeah. And that's the other thing people don't realise. They think you just walk in and all the magic happens and then you walk out.
No, there's far more time spent setting up than there is on stage.
Yeah.
And people are often surprised by that.
Who were your heroes, do you think?
Mainly people probably that you've never heard of. Well, there was Houdini, and I've actually seen footage of Houdini. And
They took forever, though, to do most of the things because they built the drama.
He did, yes.
Yes.
Although what was very interesting is he used to take very long to do his escapes. He'd be in a little curtain cabinet, so you wouldn't see him, and he'd be gone for an hour.
That's what I mean.
Then when he'd come out, the audience would erupt. But then he was very astute. So he then changed his act by the time he got into the teens and the early 20s because he realised audiences wouldn't sit around for an hour. So his escape then, his big escape, used to be 4 minutes.
Yep.
And he knew that, that's 4 minutes is enough for them to panic but not get bored.
Well, yes, the way you build the panic, though, it's how you build the panic.
How you build the panic. And he was incredibly charismatic. That was the thing about seeing footage of him. I've seen him do a straitjacket escape. I haven't seen anyone get out of a straitjacket like that before or since. He understood. He really understood audiences.
Yes. Actually, you've actually that's the word. To be a good magician, you have to understand.
You have to understand because I said before, the magic happens in the audience's head. You have to know what they're thinking and what they're feeling every step of the way.
Yes. You have to read them as much as they're watching you.
Yes.
You're reading them.
Yeah. And also, as a performer, you'd know this. When you're performing to an audience, there's elasticity in the communication you have with them because you have to know when to draw these people in.
And to let those every show is slightly different because of the audience.
That's what makes it interesting, isn't it?
It does. It truly does. I think that's the joy of being a performer, that you're always listening and watching, sort of. And they're doing that to you, but they don't realise your feel. No, it's a feeling more than anything else, isn't it? And
a friend of mine said, because in magic we have routines we develop. And you do the routines, and you master them and perfect them as much as you can. And he was saying, well, you stop doing the routines when there's nothing new from the audience. So when you've actually learnt everything there is to learn, and I think you start to get a little bit dulled by it.
A bit jaded.
Yes, it doesn't then have the same impact on the audience. So then it's time to work on something new.
I think that's the same for all the performing arts, though.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're an actor, you've got to live the role, and you're living the role of the magic man.
Yeah, that's right.
Your daughter, is she following your footsteps?
Not at all. Not at all.
Seen enough, done enough.
She'd like to be an artist. That's what her interest is. Yeah, she'd like to be a visual illustrating artist.
But do you illustrate, or do you still draw? Because that's
Not
what
so
you sort
much.
of started.
Not so much anymore. Now, to be honest, I draw props I'd like to build.
Right.
Because it's a great way to communicate what I'd like to make.
And this is people coming to you, or for yourself?
For myself, or for when I need to go to others to say to them, I need this thing made.
Are there many people that are genuinely inventors of magic in Australia?
In Australia, no. No, it's a... not many. There are some, but not many.
Yes, and there's not a lot of girls doing magic. There's a few.
More.
Here
many
in
more
South
than
Australia, Charlie is quite well known.
That number's growing.
That's good.
It's growing a lot. And now it's grown so much, in fact, especially over in Europe and in the States, that you no longer say you're a female magician. You're just a magician.
Yeah.
Which is how it should be, I think.
Yeah, exactly. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Me? I haven't decided yet.
Okay. That's a good answer. And on that answer, we're going to take another short break, and we'll be back in just a moment with the amazing Elio Simonetti. I've been talking with Elio Simonetti, who is an illusionist extraordinaire.
Oh,
I love those words, extraordinaire.
And we just got scolded by the floor manager, didn't we?
For chatting
for chatting too much.
Well, it's lovely to chat too much, but why are you here in Adelaide at the moment?
Oh, I'm working on a development with a local choreographer, Lena Limosani, and also a local designer, Davis Brown. And we're combining...
Both of whom have been on the program.
Have they really? Well, we're combining contemporary dance with the illusion. And it's never been done before.
Actually, that's important to say, with illusion rather than magic,
yes,
isn't it?
with illusion rather than magic. And it hasn't been done before. And it is really testing all of us, which can be wonderful at times and infuriating at times.
Yeah, well, that's creating art, really, isn't it?
It is, it is.
And when you're collaborating with a whole lot of other people, everybody's sort of got to fuse together for the final result.
Yeah, and there are quite a lot of collaborators involved. There was, from overseas, we had Al Seed, who was the dramaturg. Mm-hmm. Locally, there's Nick Mollison, who's doing all our lighting. And there's also Jed Palmer from Melbourne, who's doing the soundtrack. He does soundtrack for movies as well.
So the hope is that this piece will be probably part of the Adelaide Festival of Arts and then tour.
I believe so.
Internationally.
Because I'm not involved with that side of it. I'm just there fiddling with things and trying to get dancers to do things they've never done before.
Yes. And really that's the whole magic thing, isn't it? Really, getting people to do things they've never done before.
Yes, and it's lovely because it's stretching all of us. It's stretching me to have to think, to have to understand how a dancer thinks and how a dancer operates and how much a dancer can do.
But you danced as well.
I did. I was trained in classical ballet.
Right.
And
did that help you with the magic to have a better physical control?
Absolutely. And that's sort of what makes my performance a bit distinct. As our mutual friend Gail Condon said, I bring the qualities of musical theatre to magic because I'm trained in movement.
Yep.
And that same sort of feeling you'd get when you watch a musical.
Well, not that we would notice that you're an animated soul.
Not at all,
during the
Malcolm.
last half hour.
No.
I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Elio, it's been lovely talking with you and great success.
Thanks for having me.
But you live in Melbourne, so
I
our
do.
Melbourne friends can catch you anytime in different places for all sorts of
Well,
things.
we live in Melbourne, but we're hardly there.
But you work all over the world.
All the time,
Yep.
yes.
congratulations.
Thanks,
and
Malcolm.
Fingers crossed that this production's going to knock everybody for a six.
Oh, it will, I'm certain.
Fantastic. Thanks. Good luck for the future. So until next time on Our Time, keep yourself nice to eat.